everyone, I'm Aria and welcome to day 7 of Mini Winterfest, my December series where I build a tiny home or community lot every weekday throughout December. So today I am building I guess like a modern style family home. I'm using CC, all of it is by Ravasheen, which I will link their website down below, and if you are able to and want to, I would highly recommend checking their things out if you haven't already, because honestly I love them. And I know quite a lot of people have been using other people's CC for builds lately. For example, there was quite a lot of builds using Harry CC when Cottage Living came out, and then Pierre Sims CC there's quite a few of. And I haven't seen anyone do any by Ravasheen, so I thought I would use all of their things. I literally went on their website last night and downloaded absolutely everything that I didn't already have, and I think 90% of it is probably going to stay in my game now. Because it's very maxis match. It matches the style of the game really well. A couple of the older items are a little bit less so, but they're definitely not alpha, they're definitely more on the maxis match side, and I think they are amazing. So I decided to do more of like a modern style home for this one. I had it on my list to do anyway, but I am not the most confident person with modern styles, like at all. I don't really do them very often, and as much as I love them, I don't feel like they are a strong point of mine. I'm not very good at the whole minimalism thing and I tend to go a little bit overboard with the clutter. So to me, modern is also minimalist, and that's just not really who I am as a builder, so I don't do them very often. But I saw a picture of a window kind of like this where I put the tree in, and that's kind of what inspired the windows on this build more than anything. But when I saw these Christmas trees, I thought they would be perfect for the modern style because they're, to me, very unique. They don't look like a Christmas tree to me, but they do at the same time. They're just not very traditional, I think is what I'm trying to say. But this kitchen set is the Simmer Down kitchen set, and it's probably my favorite CC kitchen set ever. I've had it in my game for a while, probably since it was made, probably since Ravasheen released it. And there's not very many color swatches. I think there's only 6, but I think that they are really nice ones. There's like a mint green, the blue that I eventually changed to, this green, black, I think there's like a white, a cream, and like a baby pink, which I really like too. So this bathroom set that I'm using in here, I hadn't downloaded initially because I don't really tend to pay much attention to bathrooms, so I think like, oh, anything from the base game is fine, but when I saw the pictures of this one I had to use it, so I thought it was, it fit really nicely. And in here is like a teen's bedroom. It's quite pink and kind of feminine to me. The other bedroom, the double bedroom, I think is quite neutral. There's like an orangey kind of salmon pink, I guess, color, and then I've tried to keep the navy blue as like a running theme throughout the whole house. The door and the welcome mat are also CC, and I hadn't really thought about downloading like build CC as much. I do have quite a lot of like buy CC, like furniture items and things, but when it comes to wallpaper and flooring and doors and windows, I don't really have that much of, because I think, oh, we've got plenty to choose from with the things that we have in game already. And there's been several instances in the past where the items have like broken with patch updates and things, but I think at the moment everything is working fine. The chairs have been fixed a while ago, so they're working fine too. But I think the dining chairs I've used in this one are originally CC but made to go into the base game. I don't remember who made them, but I really do like them. The same with the table. And the wood swatches, I've tried to get them to match all throughout the build, but some of them are just ever so slightly off. But then, you know, that's from me trying to match CC to in-game content, which we know is probably not gonna, I'm not really gonna have the best of luck with that. But I really do like this master bedroom in here, or main bedroom should I say. The color scheme is really nice, and I originally decided on this green, but eventually I changed it to like a salmon kind of peachy color because I wanted it to match the beds, like the colors on the bed sheets that I've chosen. I've put the wooden slats on the back wall because when I was looking at the house from the front, I had the like the green color showing through the window, and then with the way that I've done the windows you could see that it was different to the wood on the outside. So I thought it would be good to have, you know, the same wallpaper or the same wooden slats on that back wall too, just to kind of bring it all together. So this is like a wardrobe sort of thing. There's quite a lot more in the set that comes with this piece. Like there's a door and a couple of other things that all work with the get together like wardrobe system, but I decided just to use the actual framework itself separately, and I think it looks really nice. So there is a lamp set that Ravasheen has created that has separate like lampshades and stands, so you can mix and match in different styles and different colors, which I really like. Some of the table lamps I think look really nice as just decorative like vases as well, which is what I have done on the like entry table. I originally put a lampshade on it, but the lights that we have or the lights that Ravasheen has created, should I say, are so bright. They're so much brighter than the in-game ones that I only have one light, I think, in the whole of like the living, dining and kitchen area, and it brightens it up so well that I literally didn't need any more lights than just that one. So I end up just taking the like actual lamp part off and just leaving it as a decorative vase because I think it looks really nice. In this bedroom there is literally only that lamp that I leave. I delete the ceiling light, and I also actually have one over the mirror in the wardrobe system, but other than that there's only one light in here and it lights it up really nicely, so I didn't think I needed any more. So they also have created lots of like little bits of paper, I don't really know what you would call them, to go on these cork boards, and I fill them up. I also put one in the other bedroom and I just literally fill them up with everything that I could. I didn't really know, there wasn't really like a particular theme or style that I had gone with. I literally just filled them up with lots of different interesting things that I thought, you know, if you've got a board of things that you want to try and remember or that you're interested in, you know, color swatches, pictures, notes, that sort of thing. It doesn't really have to fit a theme, so I thought I would just put some random bits and pieces on there. The pictures that I've used are holiday themed, so this one actually says Season's Greetings on it. I'm not sure whether it's, I think it's in English, I don't think it's in Simlish, where like the welcome mat for example is in Simlish. I try and avoid using English or like actual language when I'm using CC in The Sims. Even on their clothes I don't really like it, so I prefer to try and keep with like the game theme, if that makes sense. So moving into here, I really did struggle with the wallpaper in here. I wanted to keep the accent pieces, but when it came to trying to find like a solid color that matched all of the different colors on this bed sheet, I couldn't find one that was like a dark powder blue. This one is a little bit lighter than I originally wanted, but I do really like the colour of it, especially with this grey. Everything in this house is very pastel. Some of it is a little bit darker, like the sofa, for example. I've used like a navy sofa, but then sofas I think kind of need to be a darker colour. Some of these things are part of like a pegboard set that I've used everywhere. I even actually ended up creating like a garage shed type thing out the back right near the end, because there's quite a lot of items that come with this peg set that are really good for like a garden shed or like a garage. And I think it's called the Tool Time set, and it's got all sorts of different things on it that I really wanted to use. So I had to create like a garden shed or a garage especially for those things. On this back wall here, I really didn't know what to put. I was only using the base game, so when it came to finding items that, you know, weren't in the CC sets that I had downloaded, I was using the base game items, and I was struggling with that wall because I had no idea what to put up there. So I end up just going with 2 movie posters, and then I put some lamps either side of it and just leave it because I think it looks fine. There's so much going on over this side of the room with this cork board and the peg board and everything else that I've put over here, so I thought I should probably leave one wall not quite as cluttered, not quite as decorated. I didn't really know what to put above the mirror. I was thinking about putting this string peg thing that functions with the photographic memory mod that Ravasheen has made, but it also works with the child's drawings from like the activity table. You can peg them on there and they hang really nicely. There's quite a lot of child friendly things that Ravasheen has created that I didn't use in this build. I did think about using or like creating a bedroom for a child, but I really wanted to create this kind of bedroom with these nice pastel pinks and blues and greys and use that desk set, because those that modular desk set that I've used, you can use it as a desk or a vanity, so I wanted to make use of that. The table that I have used, or not the table, the side table, sorry, that I've used near the front door is also modular, and one of them you can use as a bar, which I think is really cool. And the same with the kitchen set. One of the counters I think functions as a bar too, and when you like include it in with this kitchen set, you can't see that there's really any difference. It looks exactly the same, but it functions as a bar, which I think is really cool. So I've used most of Ravasheen's curtains. However, with these windows, they don't work properly, and I think that's just because the curtains sit flush against the wall and then the windows kind of like show through, and I don't really like that look, so I tend to not use them on the windows, or like I'll use them on the windows but not so that they're half on the windows, if that makes sense. So this kitchen set also comes with a clutter set, so you can get like the counters in one set, I think the appliances are in another set, and then there's like a clutter set that are all part of the same range. And there are so many things in there that you can use, and all of these different shelving options have so many snapping points in them that you can pretty much put whatever you want wherever you want, and you don't really need to alt place any of it. There are, I think, some things that I did alt place, like this utensil pot for example, but the rest of it I could literally put wherever I wanted, and it wasn't an issue. The kettles that I just took out then are decorative ones. There is a functional one which I think I don't think I had it downloaded, but it's basically like the tea set the I don't know what it is, the tea set that you get with, I think you get it with the base game. The coffee set that I've used in the opposite corner is a like a single cup one. So I think with the in-game coffee maker, it creates like a whole pot, or like maybe it's the tea one that creates a whole pot, I'm not sure, but that one, it's like a single cup only, so you don't end up with like stinky green lines in your game when you're playing, which is really cool. So I've used quite a lot of the cushions that Ravasheen has made, which I really like. They come at kind of like a standard height for the bed, so most of them do work with the sofa, but one of them I just needed to lift up just a little bit. So I end up changing out this fireplace to an in-game one. I kind of didn't really like the way that the wallpaper was showing through with this one. Ravasheen has created some tiles that kind of just place on the wall, which you could use. I could have put those on, but I thought an actual fireplace would be nicer, and those little stockings fit really nicely on there as well. So the picture that I have put above the fireplace with like the weird pink background and the question mark is actually a family picture. I didn't have any Sims living in this house when I was building, but you will see in the screenshots at the end that when I move a family in to do all like the intro and outro and the screenshots and everything, then they are pictured in that little picture frame. And it's so lovely because every time you change, like if you have like a new addition to your family, whether it's like more children or pets for example, then they will show up in the picture. You can lock the picture so that it doesn't change, and then you can have multiple at different life stages. There's lots of different backgrounds that you can pick from, so you can have like a vacation picture for example if you wanted to, and I just think they're, you know, really lovely. I will never take that out of my game. They are in every single of my Sims houses that I play, and I just really enjoy having that, you know, that kind of family photo with very minimal effort because it's like automatic. So now I am trying to create this kind of illusion that we have triangular windows. I've done this a couple times before, and I've seen other people do it. I followed Pancakes tutorial, which I will link below if you're interested, but Kate Emerald has also done it with what I'm using right now, which is the canvases. I think Paul uses a tile from like the Spa Day pack, but these ones are just like the blank canvases, so they're base game compatible, and I think they give the same kind of look that I was going for. They're a little bit brighter, so you kind of have to like fill the whole wall in like I am doing here, so that you can't see like the wall paint behind it because there isn't like a really bright wall, but I think it looks really cool. I then came over to this window and realized that I had kind of put myself into a corner and I didn't know how to get out of it because I didn't know what I could use initially to cover up these windows like I had done with the canvas on the white ones, and then remembered that we had these debug wooden, like I think it's just like a wooden plank, I think that's what it's called, just wood plank, but I wasn't sure whether I would be able to get the same sort of look because of the pattern and everything that's on these wooden planks. So I tried my best with these. I don't know whether it's, you know, the best that I could have done, but I was building this last night and I was, you know, just not having a good time because I was so hot and I was so stressed, and I don't need to be stressed. I had no reason to be stressed, but I just wanted to go to bed and I was still building and I was just like, oh no, this is gotta be done for tomorrow. But it's fine, I managed it, and to be honest, from far away I think it looks really good, but from close up I think some of the patterns are slightly off, or I had to overlap some of them, and it's probably not the best that I could have done, but I do still think it's, you know, I've never done something like this before, so it's definitely interesting. But yeah, I think it looks really cool in the end. So the last couple of things that I need to do are the landscaping, which I actually think I leave right till the end. I think the next thing that I do is create the garage, or like the garden shed area. I was thinking about creating a like little child's playhouse when I was originally thinking of turning that teens room into a child's bedroom. I was thinking I could move this to like a bigger lot and create a like a treehouse sort of thing, or like a playhouse, because Ravasheen has created like a functional play slide sort of thing, and they also have some swings that aren't connected to a frame, so you can hang them from like a tree, for example, if you wanted to create like a little playhouse sort of thing with a swing set attached to it. And I think that's what they've done on the preview image on the website, is used just like I think they've used the wooden beams from the debug menu and just created like a kind of frame that attaches to this playhouse. They also have a I'm not really sure what it is exactly. I think it's very similar to the dog door, but it's for children and toddlers, and it's like a make-believe like playhouse sort of thing, and they go into it and it's sort of like a rabbit hole situation where they disappear and they just have all these like fun little things pop up, kind of like playing in the tent, except you can't see them because they're not like they're in a rabbit hole sort of thing. But it's really cool, and you could like stick that wherever you wanted, really, on like maybe under the stairs, for example, and your little children and toddlers can just kind of go in and play using their imagination sort of thing. Obviously I didn't include it in this because there's no child bedroom, but it's definitely a cool feature. So this is part of their tool, I think it's part of the tool time set, and basically it functions as the woodworking table. One of them is the archaeology table, the flower arranging table, and then there is one that is just like blank, just to create like a seamless look like this, which I really like. I haven't included the archaeology table just because it kind of clipped into the wall and I didn't like the look of it, so I end up just using a blank one and then clutter it up with all of these really fun things. So most of this is from the tool time set, and the peg set, I don't remember exactly what it's called, but I think it looks really cool. There's a bit more to the set that uses quite a lot of the items from Nifty Knitting, I think, to create like a craft room, which I've used a little bit on the left hand side, as you can see, but there's so much more to it that I haven't used. I couldn't possibly use all of it because there's just so much stuff and I will probably just, you know, do it in my own Sims houses, but I'm pretty sure most of Ravasheen CC is base game compatible. There's probably only 1 or 2 items that you need packs for, so if you don't have all the packs but you would like to use their CC, I'm pretty sure you would be able to. So the last thing that I do is some landscaping. I do the same thing as I always do, so it's a bit kind of messy and all over the place, but I really like that look, so yeah, I think it's really cool. So yeah, this build will be on the gallery and the tray files will be on Tumblr. You will need to download the CC for it to show up in your game the same way that it does in mine. I will link Ravasheen's website in the description down below, so if you would like to go and have a look at some of their items and decide for yourself, then you can. But yeah, that is pretty much it for today. I really hope you have enjoyed it. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye everyone.